If she wants you to ask her out, she will say this phrase. It's rarely what you expect. If a woman wants you to ask her out, she won't always flirt with her eyes or find excuses to touch your arm. Sometimes she'll drop a sentence so subtle it sounds like background noise until you realize it was the entire point of the conversation. In this video we'll break down 5 lesser-known phrases women use when they're waiting for you to make your move, and why missing them might mean you never get a second chance. 1. I'm not usually like this with people. This phrase is not as innocent as it sounds. In fact, it's the verbal equivalent of a secret passage. She's signaling that whatever's happening between you, the way she's opening up, the way she's lingering longer than normal, is not her norm. She's not just stating a fact. She's giving you permission to interpret this as a moment of connection. Translation: this is rare. I don't do this with just anyone, don't waste it. And here's the twist. When she says it, she's subtly putting pressure on you to take the next step to justify her choice to be vulnerable. If you don't respond in kind or escalate the vibe, she quietly write it off as a misfire and emotionally retreat fast. What she's really doing is giving you a unique emotional cue, a door only you can walk through. In that moment, if you hesitate, she might feel misunderstood or even exposed without validation, and from that point forward, she may choose to emotionally shut down around you. The moment may pass and not return. When women share something that breaks their usual behavior pattern, it's because something about you made them feel emotionally safe enough to do it, and that emotional safety is often the foundation for connection and trust. It's less about the words and more about what her tone and timing tell you. She's watching to see if you're emotionally intelligent enough to pick up on that door she's quietly unlocking. And in today's world where emotional awareness often takes a backseat to appearance, this kind of connection stands out even more. What she's really testing is your ability to sense and respond to subtle emotional signals, because the man who recognizes those quiet emotional invitations is the man who stands out from the rest. To your trouble, I can already tell. Let's be honest, this one sounds familiar, but when said in a specific tone, especially early in conversation, it flips from flirty to probing. What she's doing here is testing your confidence, not trouble in the fun sense, but trouble as in you're dangerous because I might actually like you. It's her subtle way of confessing she's intrigued, maybe more than she wants to be. The ball is in your court. Here, if you respond with self-doubt, the moment dies. If you meet it with playful restraint, you have no idea. She sees that as courage under pressure, and suddenly asking her out feels inevitable. Underneath that phrase is a mix of curiosity and risk. She's not warning herself about you, she's warning herself about what she might feel for you. And she's hoping you'll either calm that storm with charm or match it with mutual intensity. What most guys don't realize is that statements like this are actually vulnerability in disguise. When she calls you trouble, she's saying she's nervous about the emotional pull you have over her, and she's using humor or sarcasm to manage those feelings. If you show her that you're grounded and composed, her comfort around you will grow rapidly, and that's key because a woman's attraction is often tethered not just to physical traits, but to how secure and emotionally centered you make her feel. Her emotional compass is often more nuanced than we give it credit for, and if she's risking even a sliver of vulnerability, it means you've already made a strong impression. 3. This place would be even better on a date. This is a breadcrumb, a setup, a high lob in slow motion. She's not just making small talk about the vibe of the coffee shop or the wine bar. She's constructing an imaginary version of this moment where she's already on a date with someone like you. She's opening a parallel universe and handing you the keys. If you take the cue, we could test that theory next week. She act like it was your idea. If you let it go by, she assume you don't see her that way, and she won't try again. She's extending a bridge between reality and fantasy and watching if you're bold enough to cross it. She's playing with suggestion, giving you an opening without spelling it out. This phrase is wrapped in plausible deniability and layered with romantic hope. If you catch the thread and follow it, she will almost always respond with warmth and excitement. A woman rarely invites you directly because she doesn't want to appear forward or desperate. Instead, she nudges you toward a shared storyline. She hopes you'll help write. If you're attuned, you'll realize she's testing not just your interest but your imagination and ability to lead without making her feel exposed. This is where leadership meets emotional insight, because a man who can take her subtle prompt and turn it into action without overanalyzing proves that he's confident, creative, and emotionally perceptive. Women often fantasize about men who just get it, and when you catch that subtle suggestion and build something real from it, it doesn't just feel good to her, it feels safe, exciting, and worth pursuing. For why do I feel like I already know you? This is one of the more psychologically loaded lines, and it's easy to miss. She's not commenting on déjà vu, she's disarming herself in front of you. Think about it, most people hide Behind surface talk, this phrase cuts through that it's her way of saying this feels unusually personal and I like it, but here's the deeper layer. She's telling you that the emotional runway is clear. She's already skipped past the awkward stages in her mind, now she's wondering if you'll meet her there. This is a green light dressed in introspection. It's rare because it's vulnerable, it means you've made her feel safe, familiar and emotionally connected fast, and when that happens, a woman isn't just being poetic, she's telling you she's already imagined a deeper connection. She's inviting you to skip the line and step into something real. This phrase usually comes when she's emotionally leaning in, and it often follows moments of shared laughter, deep eye contact, or unexpected mutual understanding. It's a subtle cue that she's willing to bypass small talk and open the door to real intimacy. She wants you to notice that the bond is forming faster than usual, and she's testing if you feel the same. It's not just about feeling familiar, it's about emotional alignment. When she says it, she's hoping you're not just present but actually experiencing the same resonance, because those are the moments where real emotional chemistry begins, and in an age where most conversations feel transactional, this one phrase can signal a powerful connection worth exploring. 5. You're lucky I like bold moves. You'll hear this one after you tease her, or when the banter starts to heat up. It's disguised as a throwaway line, but it's her way of flashing the invitation without saying it outright. Think of it like an emotional dare. She's practically saying, take the risk, I won't punish you for it. This kind of phrase surfaces when she's rooting for you internally, but wants to maintain deniability. She's hoping you'll be confident enough to cross the line between friendly and romantic without asking for a permission slip in that moment. She's offering you a chance to lead, to show her you're not afraid of tension or emotional risk. If you back down, she'll assume you're not ready for the kind of connection she's looking for, but if you rise to it and make your move with sincerity and timing, that moment becomes the start of something powerful. When she drops a line like this, she's really watching how you respond under pressure. She wants to know whether you're bold but also respectful. She wants to feel pursued, but not overwhelmed. If you can walk that line and rise to the challenge with a confident and emotionally grounded move, you instantly separate yourself from every guy who plays it too safe. And most important is the balance between fearless energy and emotional safety. A woman doesn't want someone reckless, she wants someone aware, someone who understands the difference between being bold and being brash. If you can read her invitation hidden inside her challenge and answer it with both presence and poise, you're showing her that you're not just confident, you're emotionally mature. What matters most in all these subtle signals is your presence, your ability to notice what others miss when you listen, not just with your ears but with your intuition. You'll start to see what was hidden in plain sight. And in relationships, those are the moments that change everything. The kind of emotional intelligence that picks up on these moments is what creates lasting connection. It's not about slick pickup lines or memorized routines, it's about being grounded enough to sense the emotional shifts in real time. When you master that art, you stop chasing and start being chosen. And in a world that often praises volume over nuance, the ability to listen between the lines, to hear what was never fully said, becomes your greatest strength. It's not manipulation, it's mindfulness. It's the art of building genuine connection through attention and trust, and that is what most women truly hope to find. Someone who doesn't just see them but understands the quiet moments that speak the loudest.